Welcome to Sunday at Hanson's and thank you for joining us today. Today we are taking a look at Zanella trousers. This is a restock for us. We mostly carry the Todd and the Bennett, which are their most traditional fits, not the easiest to find anymore, but we know there's still a lot of gentlemen that love that traditional trouser, and that is what we really focus on here and keep bringing back in, especially with Zanella. So we have Todd and the Bennett. The biggest difference is a Todd is a flat front, and then the Bennetts that we'll get to have the pleated front. These both have that a little bit of a higher rise. The Bennetts are 11 and a quarter, and the Todds are 10 and a half inch, and then they each have a 17 and 3/4 inch leg opening. So they are definitely a fuller fit. They're gonna hit you more in that natural waistband line, especially on those Bennetts when we get in that 11 and a quarter inch rise. So with Zanella in our restock, it is in their core fabric. So it's a Super 120 serge. We have the navy, charcoal, and black in all three of them. We will be getting more of tan and light gray, but I was told that'll be after the first of the year. Although we're not far from the first of the year, I'll say later in January, before I actually expect to see those two colors. We do get asked quite a bit if we're bringing any specialty fabrics, and really the answer is no. It's not the easiest to even get our hands on the core in these two styles anymore. So we're gonna just stick with the core colors and their core fabric throughout when we keep bringing it in our restock. So we'll go through, I'm just gonna open up one of each and just kind of go through it. So the first one is a Todd. So the Todds will retail at $378 in price. Again, the rise on these Todds are 10 and a half, and then they will have 11 or a 17 and 3/4 opening. So these are the Todds. So these are the flat fronts. So there's no pleat throughout here. They do have an adjuster. You can go one or two. Well, I shouldn't say one. Goes one. It has another inside enclosure, and then you can even do another flat button enclosure throughout. We do have some gentlemen that are in between. I don't carry a 37, I'm holding a 36 right now. All Bennett or all Zanellas we can do about 1.5 inches to let out. So if you are trying to find that 37 and we're not seeing it from Hanson's, we can let out a 36 or take in a 38. Our seamstress has no issues doing anything that with Zanella trousers. And inside all the trousers, you'll see 70 hands, 49 steps, one pair Zanella. And these are all made in Italy, absolutely gorgeous fabrics. Everything does sit here unfinished. So they're about 36 inches long. There's no finished bottom. So when you're checking out on hansonsclothing.com, you can choose whether you want us to finish them or not. So you would choose your inseam, and then if you want a plain bottom or a cuff. If you are not for sure on a Zanella or haven't worn them in a while, or you're trying to determine your size, we do recommend you just grabbing them unfinished. They're a lot easier to return or exchange if we haven't cut them. So the second we cut them, they're yours, but if we have not cut them, then there's no problem bringing them on back. We can switch them out. I even have gentlemen that will take them, ship them back, and we'll finish them for you if you don't have someone that is willing or around you to finish them. We do that just kind of as complimentary of shopping with us at Hanson's, is that we don't charge you extra to finish them. But I want you to make sure that they are exactly what you want before we cut and ship them to you. But like I said, take them unfinished, have someone close to you cut them, or send them on back and we'll cut them and ship them back out to you. So this will be the charcoal. So the exact same, this is your flat. I grabbed a Bennett here. All right, accidentally grabbed two Bennetts in the charcoal. So my apologies. But this is the charcoal. It's the exact same fabric in the Todd. It's a Super 120 charcoal. And then this will be black. And I do have the right black for a Todd here. So flat front throughout, the exact same features as the Todd. The 10 and a half inch rise, 17 3/4 opening. They each will retail for that $378 in price, while sizes 34 through 46. So again, that'll be in the Todds, it's the navy, the charcoal, and then in the black. That 34 through 46, you can choose your inseam finishing, and all on hansonsclothing.com. We try to make it as simple as possible. when you're shopping online. I know not everyone makes it into our store to see us. Here we have a Bennett. So the Bennett, biggest difference between a Todd and a Bennett is the higher rise. So it's 11 1/4 versus the 10 1/2, and then they're pleated. So we still sell lots of pleated trousers to gentlemen all over because they're comfortable. And who doesn't want to look good and be comfortable? So here we have the pleated trousers. They have the 11 1/4 inch rise, and then these have the 17 3/4 opening, just like the Todds, the same leg opening, just a different rise throughout, the exact same insides. I'll have the same little saying throughout, but you'll have the different closure options depending on how many buttons you want to enclose it with the zipper fly, and then I'll have your little saying there. Just like the Todds, we brought in the navy, the charcoal, and the black. So those were the 3 colors that I was able to restock right at this time. With the Bennetts, we will also be getting that tan and gray, but like I mentioned earlier, I don't look for that till about later on in January that we'll hopefully have that. The Bennetts retail for $398. So they the Todds are $378, the Bennetts are $398. This is the charcoal in the Bennett. Again, they're all that super 120 serge fabrics, perfect for that year-round weight. And then just your simple black. Again, these are all made in Italy. They are all Zanella, and like I've said many times on this video, we have a restock in the Todd and the Bennett, and then in the Bennett it's the exact same sizing, the 34 through 46. So if you have any questions on anything that we just took a look at, you can always give us a call at 712-262-2085. Otherwise, you can find everything at hansonsclothing.com. Thank you for joining us today.